Lesson 1.9 Mental Math Strategies for Subtraction. Use mental math to find the difference. Draw or describe the strategy you use. Number 1, 74 minus 39. So we're going to create our number line and we're going to start at the end. So we're going to start with 74 and we're going to subtract 39. Now we're going to start by subtracting by 10 without going over 39. So let's begin. 74 minus 10 equals 64. So far, we subtracted 10. We have to subtract a total of 39. Now, we can do another jump of 10 without going over 39. So two jumps of 10. Now, that's 20. And 64 minus 10 equals 54. So far, we have 20. We have to get to 39. We can do another jump of 10 without going over 39. So if we do another jump of 10, now we subtracted a total of 39, a total of 30. 10, 10, and 10 makes 30. Three jumps of 10 makes 30. So now 54 minus 10 is 44. We're at 30, but we cannot pass 39. Let's see if we can do another jump of 10. If we do another jump of 10, we'll have four groups of 10, which is 40, but 40 is more than 39. So we can no longer jump by 10. We have to start jumping by smaller numbers. So let's make a jump from 44 through 40. 40 is an easy number to use, and we subtracted 4. So now that's 10, 20, 30. 30 and 4 makes 34, but we have to subtract a total of 39. So we still have 5 more to go. So we do our final jump of 5. Now we're at 35. 40 minus 5 equals 35. Our difference is 35. Number 2, 93 minus 28. We start by creating our number line. And since we're subtracting, we start at the end. We have 93 over here, and we're going to subtract by tens until we get to 28. So we have 93. 93 minus 10 is 83. Now we subtracted 10, but we have 28 to go. If we do another jump of 10, now 83 minus 10 is 73. So far, we subtracted 20, and we have to subtract a total of 28. Now, if we do another jump of 10, another jump of 10 will be 30. It'll be 10, 20, and 30. But that's too much because we cannot pass 28. So now, instead of doing a jump of 10, we have to do one jump of 8. So that's minus 8. And 73 minus 8 will equal 65. So our difference is 65. And we can check our answer by counting the amount we subtracted. So we subtract 10 and 10 made 20. And 20 plus 8 makes 28. We subtracted a total of 28. So 93 minus 28 equals 65. Number 3. 51 minus 12. We're going to start with our number line. And we put 51 at the end. And now we have to subtract 12. So if we start by doing one jump of 10, 51 minus 10 will equal 41. So far we did a jump of 10, but we have to do a total jump of 12. Now, if we do a jump of 2, Now we have a total of 12. 10 and 2 makes 12. Now 41 minus 2, we count backwards. 40, 39. The difference is 39. Number 4, 76 minus 23. We start by creating our number line, and we start at the end, 76, and we have to do count back by 23. So let's start counting by tens until we get to 23. So 76 minus 10 will equal 66. So far we subtracted 10, but we have to subtract a total of 23. So I know I can do another jump of 10, because another jump of 10 equals 56. Oops. 66 minus 10 equals 56. Fix that. So 66 minus 10 equals 56. So far, we subtracted 20. 10 and 10 makes 20, but we have to subtract a total of 23. So we still have 3 more to go. So we can do one jump of 3. So 56 minus 3, and our answer, the difference is 53. Number 5. Ruby has 78 books. 31 of the books are on shelves. The rest are still packed in boxes. How many of Ruby's books are still in boxes? So let's circle our important numbers and keywords. 78, 31. The rest are still packed in boxes. Now, our question says, how many of Ruby's books are still in boxes? So let's start by setting up our problem. We have 78 books and 38 of them are on the shelves. So let's see. We have 78 minus 31. So let's use a number line. Oops. Let's do it. Our number line over here. So we're going to start with 78, and we're going to subtract 31 by counting back by tens until we can't count back anymore. So 78 minus 10 will be 68. Now we can do another jump of 10 because we can't pass 31. So if we do another jump of 10, that will be 68 minus 10 will be 58. So far, we have 10 and 10, that's 20, but we have to subtract a total of 31. So we know since we have 20 so far, we can do another jump of 10. Another jump of 10. So far, that's 58 minus 10 equals 48. So that's 10, 10, and 10. That makes 30. But we have to get to 31. Now we can just do minus 1. So 48 minus 1 is 47. So the difference is how many of Ruby's books are still in the boxes? 47. And if we solve it using the place value, 8 minus 1 is 7. 7 minus 3 is 4. Number 6. Kyle has 130 pins in his collection. He has 76 of the pins displayed on his wall. The rest are in a drawer. How many of Kyle's pins are in a drawer? So let's start by circling our important numbers: 130 pins and 76 of the pins displayed on his wall. The rest are in a drawer. How many of Kyle's pins are in a drawer? So let's see. We have 130 minus 76. So 130 minus 76. Let's start with the ones place. 0 minus 6. We can't do that. So we will have to borrow from the tens place. So let's borrow from the tens place. This 3 becomes a 2, and this 0 becomes a 10. 10 minus 6 equals 4. Now we have 2 minus 7. Now we can't do that. So now this 2 has to now borrow from the hundreds place. This, we take away 1 from the 1, it now becomes a 0. Now this 2 becomes a 12. Now 12 minus 7 is 5. So how many of Kyle's pins are in a drawer? 54. So let's circle our answer. Number 7. Give one example of when you would use the friendly number strategy to subtract. So we're going to use 26 minus 8. So instead of doing 26 minus 8, which is a little confusing, let's just do 26 minus 10. So 26 minus 10 is easier to solve. 26 minus 10 will be 16. And we just add 2 because we took away 2. So let's now add the 2 back. So now 16 plus 2 will give us 18. And we're using the friendly numbers because it makes it easier to solve. Now, if we would do it the regular way, using place value, if we use the place value strategy, 26 minus 8, 6 minus 8, we can't do it. We borrow from the tens place. This becomes a 1, and this becomes a 16. Now, 16 minus 8 is 8, and it's no longer a 2. 1 minus 0 equals 1. So the actual number answer is 18, but we use easy numbers. We use friendly numbers to subtract. Number 1. One day, a baker made 54 fruit pies. At the end of the day, only 9 of the pies were not sold. How many pies were sold that day? So one day, we're going to circle our important numbers. So 54 fruit pies. At the end of the day, only 9 of the pies were not sold. So let's remember not sold. How many pies were sold that day? So we had a total of 54, and only 9 of them were not sold. So 54 minus 9. So let's subtract. Now we know we don't subtract going horizontally, so let's line them up vertically. So we have 54 minus 9. 4 minus 9, we can't do it. We have to borrow from the tens place. This 5 becomes a 4 because we borrow 1. And this 4 becomes a 14 because we use the 1 and put it in front of the 4. Now 14 minus 9 is 5. Now 4 minus 0 is 4. So our answer is 45. So 45 pies were sold and 9 pies were left. Number 2. George's father bought a 50-pound bag of wild bird seed. At the end of the 2 weeks, 36 pounds of seed, 36 pounds of seed were left in the bag. How many bags of seeds had been used? So let's begin. So we have 50. So let's circle our important numbers. A 50-pound bag and a 36-pound bag. So 50 minus 36. 0 minus 6, we can't do it. We have to borrow from the tens place. We take 1 away from the tens place. It becomes a 4. We put in front of the 0. It becomes a 10. Now 10 minus 6 is 4. And 4 minus 3 is 1. So how many pounds of seed had been used? 14 pounds. For a party, Sean blew up 36 red balloons, 28 white balloons, and 24 blue balloons. How many total balloons did he blow up? So it was 36 red balloons, 28 white balloons, 24 blue balloons. We circled our important numbers and we underline our question because it tells us what we need to find. So we need to find how many, and the word total tells us to add. So we know we're going to be adding these numbers. So 36 plus 28 plus 24. 6 plus 8 is 14. 14 plus 4 is 18. Now 1 plus 3 is 4. 4 plus 2 is 6. 6 plus 2 is 8. So how many total balloons did he blow up? 88 balloons. Number 4. Tiffany has read 115 pages of her book. She has 152 pages left to read. How many pages are in the book? So she already read 115 pages and she has 152 left. How many pages are in the book? Well, we can easily add. So she read 115 and she has 152 left. So once we add these numbers, we'll get the total amount of pages in the book. So we start with the ones place. 5 plus 2 is 7. 1 plus 5 is 6. 1 plus 1 is 2. Number 5. The flower shop has 568 balloons. The flower shop had 568 balloons on Monday. By Tuesday, The shop had 159 flowers left. About how many flowers had been sold? So the flower shop had 568 flowers on Monday. By Tuesday, the shop had 159 flowers left. About how many flowers have been sold? So we're going to circle our important numbers, 568 for flowers on Monday and 159 flowers left. About how many flowers had been sold? So about how many flowers have been sold, and we know about means is going to be an estimate, so close to the answer. We don't need the exact answer, but just something close to the answer. So let's see. The flower shop had 568. So let's round 568 to the nearest tens. 568 to the nearest tens. 568 is between 560 and 570, but it is closer to 570. 159 is between 150 and 160, but it is closer to 160. So now, to find out how many have been sold, we simply just subtract. Because when we see the word left, that's a keyword that lets us know to subtract. So let's subtract. 0 minus 0 is 0. 7 minus 6 is 1. 5 minus 1 is 4. So about 410 flowers has been sold. Number 6. There are 383 books in one section of the school library. Of the books, 165 are fiction. Estimate the number of books in the section that are not fiction. So let's find our keywords and important numbers. 383 books in one section, and 165 of them were fiction. Estimate, which tells us close to. So we don't need the exact answer. Estimate the number of books in that section that are not fiction. So if we had a total of 383, let's round these numbers to the nearest tens. 383 is between 380 and 390, but it is closer to 380. And 165 is between 160 and 170. It's exactly in the middle of 160 and 170. And whenever it's exactly in the middle, we round up to the bigger number. So it'll round up to 170. So 0 minus 0 is 0. We start with a ones place. In the tens place, 8 minus 7 is 1. 3 minus 1 is 2. So about how many books in that section are not fiction? About 210 are not fiction.